Hello, Scruff-tards! Welcome to the War Zone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales. And yes, not only airfields are on fire, Again, Kirch Bridge, well, it's not on fire, but it got hit by Russian or by Ukrainian special forces, by the Ukrainian Secret Service. Ukraine is on a roll. They are detonating bombs all over the place where Russia thinks they're safe. They're bombing up airplanes, they're bombing railroad bridges, and now, once again, they have attacked Kerch Bridge. But before we take a look at that, we're gonna take a look at some maps as well along the front line. Before moving over to the good stuff, I want to highlight this. If you're from Sweden, check the link down below. It will take you to Apotea, medical company, pharmaceutical company, and they put together these awesome trauma kits. They've so far provided 750 of them to Ukraine. These trauma kits, massive, huge backpacks, save lives. They are designed to be used by combat medics on the front line in the trenches as soon as a soldier is injured by explosions, mines, artillery, bullets, or what have you. As soon as they're wounded, a Ukrainian combat medic can instantly go to work and saving that Ukrainian soldier's life, utilizing these Apotea trauma kits. And we can help fund them. So if you're from Sweden, do check out the link down below. If you're not from Sweden, and if you don't get that link or don't manage to navigate the Swedish website, you can visit my Patreon and donate money to me, and I will then at the end of June donate the money we collect this way to Apotea. You can donate anything from $1 up to, I believe it's $50 that I put as maximum, or was it 100? Anyway, so you got multiple options. So if you can spare $1 on this, please check out my Patreon. If you have $5 or 10, then that's fine too. But $1 is all you need to help out with this project and help fund these Apotea trauma kits if you visit my Patreon. And I usually get a couple of thousand views per video, and if this one reaches those normal levels, I mean, if 500 of you, 200 of you donates just that $1, that goes a long way to putting together these absolutely crucial trauma kits that saves lives along the front line down in Ukraine. And I have no cooperation with Apotea whatsoever. I'm just highlighting this because I think this is extremely important and it keeps Ukrainian soldiers alive. Thank you. Okay, quickly, Andrew Perpetua's map of the front line. We're going to zoom in here. Kursk, Zumi, not much is happening. Going back a couple of days, going forward. Yeah, not much going on. Slow going. As we should expect, Ukraine should have decent defenses here. But I do expect Russia to reach this line here of towns and take them. Then the question is, can they push across these wide open fields to reach this line of settlements down here? That's going to be the interesting situation to follow. Or will Russia pivot and come in from the east to try and push into these forested areas over here, maybe reach Myropilya? We'll have to wait and see. I do think we can expect Russia to reach these towns here after some days of fighting. Moving south, this is interesting. Here we have Kharkiv and the Kharkiv front with Vovchansk. Russia is bombing all over the place here. But is this an indication of something? Not necessarily. Russia conducts strikes all along the front line every day. So this does not necessarily mean that something is going on, but, worth keeping an eye on. What else? Not much happening up here. We know that Russia went into Topoli, but no big changes the following day. This is kind of significant. This is an okay push here out of Lipove to Karpivka. It's 6.5 kilometers roughly that they have pushed here in this area towards this river, a valley here. Let's take a look and show. You can see here the valley with the river and lakes in it. So across this river, they now pushed out and reached the next river. They made it across the high ground, in other words. And this is, of course, a natural defensive line for the Ukrainians. Now, and you can see here how the valley continues northward. Can Russia expand territory around the high ground here to be a threat to the western side of this big valley? We'll see. Russia needs to secure this ridge before they can effectively push on to the next ridge. We'll see how that plays out. That's that. Not much happening here. This is the same. Russia the other day made some advances up here north of Chasiv Yar, nothing major, pushing into this area here, this forested hill, and made some pushes around Ryorivka. Other than that, we can see Russia moving out here. There's some indications that maybe, yeah, down here, that maybe we have some surrounding Ukrainians. Not sure why this is not contested on Andrew's map. But we can see that Russia is trying to push out. I got a question the other day on another video. What happened to Ukraine's assault into the center? I'm thinking it fizzled out into nothing. I'm not sure what happened. Ukraine made a successful assault into the center of town, towards these buildings. They held for a week. Russia was engaging Ukrainians in these buildings for a week. And that is quite a long time to hold on your own in the middle of a city surrounded by enemies. So we were waiting for Ukraine to launch a second phase of this operation, where they tried to reach these guys in the center, either through here or, as it appeared, through here. We saw Ukrainians pushing into this mining facility. We saw them pushing in here, but there was no major push from either flank. They were just fighting in the outskirts of Troitska, and I don't know if that was because the Russian lines held. Maybe there was a massive effort to reach the center here, and they just couldn't push through the Russians. But it didn't really show on the maps that there was a big, massive Ukrainian push to reach the center of town, where they now had deployed a whole bunch of troops. And by now, the Ukrainians here in the middle of town, they are dead or captive. Unfortunately, there's no other way around it. Moving on, the collapsing front line is less collapsing for, 3 days straight. Not much happening here. But we are seeing Russia continuing into Sora after having moved down from Oleksandropil. They've come up to Stara Mykolaiivka, and this, of course, created a big pocket here that was on the threat of being encircled, essentially, especially since we also have a river here that makes it difficult for Ukraine to maneuver. As you can see, if Russia came in here and came up here, Ukrainians on the high ground were all of a sudden trapped in the north and had a big valley with a river in it to the east, with Russians coming up on the eastern side of it. Ukraine had no chance but to fall back to avoid being encircled, and that is how Russia quickly and efficiently grabbed territory in this pocket. Nothing strange about it. Once you do manage to come out behind static defenses, this is essentially what happens. And now we're seeing some fighting in Sora. That seems to be tough going for the Russians. They are pushing, though. We can see here a couple of days back how they were geolocated just outside of town. Then on the 1st, they push in. We see fighting in town, and that fight is now ongoing. Ukraine still has a presence in Sora, and we'll see if they can bring in supplies and troops to hold it, or if they will eventually surrender this town to the Russians. So, how far is this push, you might ask? Let's take a look. That's a 2-kilometer push into town. A town that has not yet fallen, nor has Stara Mykolaiivka, apparently still contested down here. So we'll see what happens. But the main important thing is that the front line up here is no longer moving. This is where Ukraine, or Russia I should say, pushed through, got behind Ukrainians. That is how they managed to come to Alexandropol. That is how they managed to outflank Novopoltavka, move on to Popov Yar. With a little bit of luck, this breach has been contained. Static lines surrounding Pokrovsk. At the moment, we can see some advances here at Troitska. Static lines down by Bahatyr. Russia is not pushing past the town, nor are they pushing past Oleksiivka. That said, like I've said for 10, 11 months, if not longer, Russia will reach the Solona River. Let's highlight it. This river. Russia will reach it. I said it when Russia was back here, not even at Krakow. Russia will push out the river. They will reach it. Ukraine can't prevent it. Ukraine can't slow it down. And they have done an excellent job in slowing it down. In 2024, in this area here alone, Russia only secured territory the size of Luxembourg. That is a tiny, 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 tiny country in Europe. So I mean, for comparison, Germany took Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Belgium in 20 days, and in those 20 days they not only defeated the Belgian and Dutch armies, they also defeated the French and the British armies in Belgium. All of those armies combined in 20 days, taking Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Belgium. And the Allies knew that attack was coming. The war plans had been leaked beforehand. By the way, so everyone knew that the battle was going to take place in Belgium, and still Germany only needed 20 days. And here we have Russia struggling for 14-15 months after leaving Avdiivka, 14-15 months to secure an area the size of Luxembourg. Right, so a clear indication that the Ukrainians are doing an excellent job in playing defense. Yes, they are outmanned, they're outgunned, they can't realistically stop the advance, but they sure as hell can slow it down. And that's what we're seeing, and that was what's happening up here as well. Russia will more than likely be able to push through these defenses and reach the river, trying to outflank Pokrovsk and Mirnorad. All Ukraine can do, realistically, is slow the Russians down, and they are doing that in a very efficient manner. And like I'm sure you're all aware, Ukraine has once again attacked the Kirch Bridge for the third time, according to the security services of Ukraine. And here you can see how they attack and detonate a device right on the pillars, the supporting structure of the bridge itself, undermining the integrity of the support structure, making it really dangerous to utilize the bridge for heavy transports and what have you. And it was an underwater operation, according to the Ukrainians, and they had planted explosives on the structure and activated the device this morning, and it took several months to prepare. So they have probably moved in a little bit of explosives every now and then until they built up a large enough explosive device that could have an impact on the bridge. And interestingly, they say that this was the first explosive device was activated, right? And today, without any civilian casualties, as at 4:44 a.m., the first explosive device was activated. Now, this creates a problem for the Russians. Are the Ukrainians lying? Are there more explosives on the Kirch Bridge? Or is this, or are they, if they are lying, do you ignore it? No, you can't ignore it. You have to treat this as if every pillar has explosives on them, right? So they can't utilize the bridge because they don't know until they clear the entire bridge if another explosive will detonate, right? This causes a massive problem for the Russians, obviously. And yeah, and this is interesting. SB always follows through with its plans, and we never repeat itself. No, and previously we struck the Crimean bridge twice. We continue this, kind of funny. We never repeat ourselves, and this is the third time they attack. Okay, this time underwater. That is why the Crimean Bridge is an entirely legit. Yes, it is a legitimate target. Bridges are legitimate targets in a war. Bridges are used for transporting military equipment, troops, and what have you, logistics. Bridges are legitimate military targets. And unfortunately, civilians will be hurt or killed, and they are considered to be collateral damage when a bridge is blown. This is not like bombing a random playground, an apartment building, or a shopping mall. That's murder when you do that. But according to the rules of war, a bridge is a legitimate target. And if civilians, unfortunately, are on that bridge when it detonates or gets blown up, they are considered collateral damage. It's horrific, it's horrible, but those are the rules that the international community has agreed upon when concerning warfare. So yeah, this is Czech foreign minister on Russia's memorandum. Nazis wanted this since 1938. Yeah. So yeah, so there you have it. Kirch Bridge damaged, and Ukraine keeps being a proper nuisance to Russia on what is perceived to be Russian secured territory. But so Kirch Bridge, right? But this isn't the only bridge that Ukraine has attacked. Like we said at the beginning, take a look at this. What is this? Bridge destroyed, and bridge destroyed the other day, the 1st of June. And presumably by partisans working together with Ukrainian special operations within Russia, destroying vital bridges in the area, disrupting Russian logistics. Really interesting. So we have these bridges the other day. Now we have Kerch, and of course the big drone attack on Russian airfields and what have you. So yeah, remember when Trump said Ukraine doesn't hold the cards? Like always, Trump is a fucking dipshit who knows jack shit fuck all. And that guy really needs to shut the fuck up, like forever. So yeah, interesting stuff. We have Ukrainian attacks all over the place. What's this? This is an older bridge being destroyed. Haven't really noticed this, but that was half a month ago. Anyway, so yeah, Ukraine, they are bombing stuff all over Russia apparently, and the Russians aren't safe anywhere. And that's gonna have to be it. I hope you found it interesting. I hope I'll see you in the next one. As always, go på marsch, Ukraine, and give them hell.